All right, we found Instagram Street here in San Miguel de Allende. This is it. Look how gorgeous this is. This is the one thing about San Miguel de Allende is it is extremely gorgeous, well kept, and it's clean. And you know, if you watch my videos, you know my loves and hates about San Miguel de Allende. My heart is in Guanajuato, but
that's beautiful.
This you can't deny how gorgeous. You know, something beautiful when it's something when it's right in front of your face. I'm just kidding. I love it. You like that camera work, huh? But today we're gonna talk a little bit more about house sitting as part of the house sitting series on this channel, because we realized house sitting can actually help people, those of you who are considering to move to Mexico and you're not quite sure where you want to live, and you want to maybe test out the waters in various locations. You don't know if you're a beach person or if you're a mountain person, or if you're a luxurious person, or if you are a down with the locals and like in with the community type person. You don't know. Maybe you don't know and you want to see for yourself. And so we have my good friend here, Jodie, who is the house sitting expert of this channel, at least. I was about to say a house sitting expert of the world.
At one stage we were getting close to that, but yeah.
They pretty much wrote the handbook. Jodie and her partner Nat wrote the handbook on house sitting. So she's, as one of the things about living in San Miguel de Allende is the sidewalks here and the cobblestone. So again, at least here in San Miguel they have more well-defined sidewalks than Guanajuato, and it's more level. In Guanajuato it's more like it's always playing. Ooh, look at this. Look at this beautiful hotel. Another one of those times where you look inside of a door in San Miguel where it reveals this amazing hacienda style, like really well decorated area. That's San Miguel as well. Guanajuato has them. San Miguel pretty much owns them. Like, it pretty much owns that title of having incredible like interiors inside of these buildings through these amazing doorways. But back to the topic. You see what I mean? Like, we can get really off topic really fast just by walking
around.
Look at
this view, and we'll stand in the corner, and then we'll actually take a turn down there.
Okay, and I'm just gonna point to the street while we talk. And I have some questions for you when it comes to house sitting. Like, what about if, you know, a family wants to house sit together? Like,
yeah, look, the craziest story I ever heard of was a family with 9 children were able to find a house sit. Not here in Mexico, but definitely it's available in the world somewhere.
With 9 children?
Yeah, is that crazy?
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, literally anybody from anywhere, from any background, whether they're solo, couple, you know, older, younger, family, multiple kids, one kid, even with your own pets, you can actually find house sits, because house sitting itself is a little bit like attracts like.
Like attracts like.
Yeah. So it's like, it's almost even important to say that if anyone is actually thinking of moving to Mexico and you know that you can't be here year round because you've got commitments back in your home country, health things, whatever else, how cute, that you want to get like trusted people into your home to look after your pets, because we do find that a lot of people here end up rescuing animals. So about 80% of the time you're going to be with animals looking after. Sometimes you'll just be looking after the property or paying the staff, whatever it may be. But you've got to be okay, if you've got a family, that the kids are okay with dogs and cats and what have you.
Yeah. So what about, like, how long normally are house sits?
It could be anything. It could be from an overnighter to 6 months, maybe even longer.
Is that the longest you've done? 6 months?
That's the longest we've done, yeah.
6 months. You can imagine finding a house sit for 6 months, not having to pay rent in Mexico. or anywhere in the world that you decide to do a house sit, but not having to pay rent, not having to pay for accommodations. And by the way, thank you so much for being patient with my camera work, but this is what I'm walking on right now. This is what it looks like to walk on cobblestone, and also watching out for people and cars, and whether I'm on the sidewalk or not. And if I didn't get on the sidewalk, I would have just gotten run over by now. This city keeps you young. Like, you literally have to stay alert everywhere you go, whenever you walk, because one false step, especially if you have weak ankles, and you're toast. You're down for the count for a few weeks.
I will say that this city is also really good for creativity because it's just so beautiful. It has inspired so many
this.
artists, musicians, creatives of any description. And that's why there's so many art galleries and just really, really beautiful spaces in this city.
Look at that. Gorgeous. So what are some maybe like questions that you can answer that have been asked in the past of you guys that I haven't answered yet, that you think is really important?
I like going back over what we have spoken about. So the first thing is, majority of the house sits are going to be with pets.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to like pets.
Yeah.
Because
you have to like pets. That's for sure.
Now you can get some house sits without pets, and you can get some house sits where you can bring your own pets. They of course just have to be case by case, making sure that your pet gets on with the other pets.
Yeah. So you can bring your pets from time to time.
Yeah.
Depending on the homeowner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's just always worth a question just to see if it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one thing. The other thing is, honestly, you just got to have a being of service mindset. Now, I wouldn't suggest considering making this a business when you first get started. Just look at it as a fair exchange. You get free accommodation in order to take care of somebody's home, plants, pets, mail, paying their staff, whatever it may be. It's really not a lot to it, but it is definitely having that being a service mindset. Don't just expect that you're on a free vacation.
Yeah.
So if you do come and live in Mexico and you decide that you really love hanging out with fur babies but don't want to have your own because you like to travel, then perhaps you could look at it as a business and you can get paid.
Okay. How about for seniors? What if you're a senior? Do seniors usually house sit, or?
Oh my word, we have people within our community who are well into their 80s and still traveling down. They're like the snowbirds. They leave cold Canada in the winter and come down to the eternal spring of Ajic or
Look at this.
Puerto Vallarta. Oh yeah, it's cute.
Look at that. That's in one of these doorways. What's inside? I have no idea. It looks like an art studio, but it's just gorgeous. But
we're going to head down to the entrance so that we can find the bars for Nesto's mezcal.
Yeah, we're looking for a mezcaleria for Nesto and a coffee joint for me. Look at this, look at this, look how pretty. So, going back to seniors, so there's really no excuse, right? Like,
no,
age is just a number when it comes to house sitting.
I would think it's probably
even more fitting.
Sometimes a little bit harder for younger people, to be honest. Because,
for younger people?
Yeah, because sometimes if you're, applying for a house sit that is for a retired couple who have, a lot of wealth, and they're very protective of a lot of their art and their things. They might be a little bit judgmental of having somebody super young coming into their home. Yeah. So it's a case by case thing. We tend to work on the like attracts like thing, but that's not to say that, if you're a younger person or a younger family, that you can't get into one of these big flash fancy homes.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How quickly can someone start house sitting and get a house sit gig before decide, like as soon as they decide, and as I show you, sorry guys, I just have to keep flipping the camera, there's just so much to show you. Look at this door, look how cute. Jodie, stand next to the door. I just want them to see how Okay, look at the size of this door. Look at the size of that. That is incredible. I'm wondering what's inside.
I know, it'd be beautiful, I bet.
So yeah, so how quickly can someone get started?
Look, it is as quick as going to, let's call it the Google of house sitting. Go to a site called housesitsearch.com. Friends of ours actually created that many years ago, and it's like an aggregate site. It shows you all different house sitting platforms and house sits all around the world. So that'd be the first thing.
Okay.
Then consider getting your first reference locally. So if you can go and find a house sit in your area for a weekend or a week or something, it's your first. Sorry, out of breath.
That's me in Guanajuato. Oh, that's another thing. It's flatter here.
It is
in
a bit.
San Miguel.
San Miguel's a bit more like you got a flat section and a balcony section. So it's only if you're house sitting up the top, you got to walk up the hill. But
So
it's
for
still
those
high altitude though.
for those with mobility issues, and you still want that old school Spanish colonial appeal, San Miguel is probably more for you because it's flatter. Guanajuato is generally.
I think these cobblestones are harsher here
That's
than they are in Guanajuato.
Oh, you're right. The cobblestones are a little bit more cobbly than. Actually, they're true cobblestones
They are.
here. In Guanajuato, it's just like different kinds of stones and. Yeah. Okay. So let's go. Sorry
All
for
right.
cutting you off.
Yes, get a reference.
So you need
From-
references.
Yeah, you
The
need
more, the
references.
better.
So whether it's going and house sitting for a friend or family member, get a reference. Looking on the website, it's just as quick as you can put up. Whoops. As quick as you can put up your own profile, and a profile is
Street.
literally just selling yourself. What is it
Uh-huh.
that you can bring to a homeowner?
And that's something that they teach in their course.
Yeah.
Again, I love my plugs,
Oh, look, you
guys,
can rent
and I
this
love
place.
helping out my friends and the locals, and I don't promote anything I don't believe in, because without them, I would not have started house sitting. They actually taught me everything I know about house sitting, and is the reason why I've been privileged enough to house sit in the most amazing homes. So thanks to them. But anyway, and the reason why I said that is because they teach how to, what to put on your profile, how to set it up so that you get, the attention, and, you can build a trust with the homeowner. I'll let the house sitter talk more about that.
Yeah, and then even how to organise the conversation that you're going to have with the homeowner and knowing what to ask. You don't want to be left blindsided by anything, so just getting all your ducks lined up, all your information up front, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Can you
We're gonna come out to the Rosewood again, bro.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So can you absolutely learn this on your own? And that's 100%. It just takes a little longer. And what you learn in their course is what years of experience.
And it's really nice to hear the stories from
Oh,
those
and you have a community.
those who've walked before you. So
Yeah.
there's just so many house sitters that have travelled in different ways, whether it be full-time or part-time, or seeking the location for their forever home.
Do people who graduate from your course enter the community, or is there another step to that?
No, we're not as involved in the community anymore. Let's
Got it.
road over here.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why the course is so cheap now. It's like it is self-study now.
So it's self-study.
But we never say no to anybody who is proactive and wanting to get in touch. And if you've done the course and you have any particular questions or looking for any particular guidance, you can always get in touch with us.
Cool. All right, well, can you guys think of any other questions that you might want to ask someone who is an expert at house sitting, who wrote the handbook on how to house sit? Write them in the comments below so that maybe we can do another video. I really feel like this is a great way to get a taste of Mexico, or again, wherever it is in the world that you are thinking about calling home. And if you want to save some money without making any big commitments, that's a great way to do it. So write them down in the comments if you have any questions that we didn't cover yet, or if I haven't covered yet in any of the videos. So I just want to thank you guys. Thank you for being patient with me while I make these videos, because This is, I don't know, I'm still trying to get the hang of filming and walking and not tripping over these cobblestones and staying on topic. And then I also want to show you what I'm seeing. So it's a lot, but I'll get there. So thank you so much for being patient, and I hope you like this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.